Well, this is Zhujiang New Town. It's really kind of the center of Guangzhou. As you can probably see with these big buildings. School over here on the right. This area, I mean, it was just a bunch of fields a long time ago. It's been developed pretty recently. Canton Tower is not part of Zhujiang New Town, but it's very visible from there. For a while, this was the tallest tower in the world, but it was surpassed by the Tokyo Sky Tree a while ago. And here's the street sign. Here on my right, the skyscrapers of Zhujiang New Town. On my left is another interesting building. Not as big, but certainly important. Wow, that's a beautiful sound, isn't it? That is the U.S. Consulate General in Guangzhou. It is the place that has the representation of the U.S. government here. Is it like an embassy, you might wonder? Well, an embassy is always located in the capital. A consulate can be found here in Guangzhou, which is not a capital. About to cross the road and go over here to the metro station. This is the Zhujiang New Town metro station. You can always tell a metro station because they have those red poles marking them, showing you where to find the entrance to a metro station. Still waiting for that light to turn green on me. Most of them have both up and down escalators, but this one's pretty narrow, so they only have an up one. So I'm going to be walking down some steps. See at the bottom. Coming into the station here. They're checking your temperature here because of the whole pandemic thing. And then they have a little X-ray machine here to keep people safe who are on the metro. And this is the station. This is a pretty big one because it's right in the middle of the city, and also because it's an interchange station. As you can see, this one has lines 3 and 5, both of which are pretty important. Go to some important parts of the city. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. So here's the fare gates. There's a few ways to pay. I could go over to one of these machines over here, and I could buy a single journey ticket, but I'm not going to do that because that doesn't sound like any fun to me. Instead, I'm going to use a smart card to pay for it. You can also use a phone to pay, but I'm going to use a card. Here's how it works. Beep. I touch the card, the gate opens, and I'm in. Yay! I need to go to line 3. So I'm following the signs of line 3. And here we are at the escalator down to the platform for line 3. yeah, there's a lot of people here. Thankfully, I'm going this way, which doesn't have quite as many people. They have these information screens to tell you when the trains are coming. Now they're in Chinese only, so you do have to learn a little bit to understand it. The one at the top that says the first train, underneath the name of the destination, which is Panyu Guangchang, or Panyu Square in English, it says the train is coming into the station now. But if you don't read Chinese, you might know that. The other ones you can probably guess say 3 minutes and 6 minutes. Anyway, that train is coming. I don't know yet. I think we can see now that the light coming in from the train. We're about to get on the train. I do warn you, trains here tend to be really crowded, so be ready for that. Here it comes. Passengers should get off first and then others should get on. That rule is not always followed as strictly as it should be, but I'm going to follow it. And now the door will close and we will go. It takes a while to shut the door. Oh, here it goes. Off we go. Here I am on the train. It's giving us train announcements. It will give most of them in Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. That's Cantonese.
The destination of this train is Panyu Square.
Mandarin. Cantonese. English, of course. You can't see much out the windows because we're underground. You also can't see much because, well, there's people all over. Pulling into my station now. This is Hanxi Changlong. That says Hanxi Changlong. And now I'm looking for the exit. You'll notice the sign for line 7. So this is also an interchange station. But I'm not going to actually change trains here. I'm just leaving the station. Getting my way to the escalator off the platform level. Another train from the other side. This kind of crowd to get out is pretty normal. That's why you'll see everyone here wearing a mask to make sure that we don't spread COVID this way. COVID's pretty low here these days, so it's not really bad no matter what, but still, we certainly want to have our masks for that extra level of protection. Yep. Through a sea of people. Done high. Up we go. And now I need to find my way to my exit. These signs tell you how to find the right exit. The exits here in Guangzhou have letters. Mine's exit D, so I'm going to be going left. This is a pretty big station, so I'm going to cut out here and resume in just a few minutes in another location. Coming up on the fare gates now. You can see my exit D is not too far from here and on the left. Fare gate open. To the left. To exit D. I'm going to exit D because here they have buses to where I need to go. D. Escalators, like I said, most of them have both up and down. The one I was at was a pretty narrow entrance, so they only had an up one. To save people having to walk all the way upstairs. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Guangzhou still, so you can see that we've got plenty of sunlight coming in from the entrance. Here we are. Walk on out, down the steps. Yeah, I'm afraid China's not a great place to be if you're disabled. They don't really do a lot of ramps here. And here's the bus stop. And if I can get there in time, that 10B is actually going where I need to go. If I can get there before it needs to leave. And I may have missed it. Nope, I think maybe I can get him to open up for me. Here we go. 黄祈福是不是？祈福吗？好的。And I'm going to use my card to pay and take a seat. Here I am on the bus. Again, I'm wearing a mask because there's plenty of people around and I really need to keep everybody safe. Hey, thanks so much for watching my little tour of Zhujiang New Town and my ride home. If you like that and you're hoping to see some more content about living in China, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.